What's up, guys? It's Jimmy from TB Gameboys here, bringing you all a fantastic Black Ops 2 commentary that I'm really looking forward to doing this time around, because this time I'm not doing anything about the gameplay, I'm not doing a series or anything like that. I'm doing something brand new that I've really never done before, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I enjoy making it, because I like, as I told you already, to get really personal with my subscribers and just have a whole lot of fun out here making my videos. So I'm going to tell you guys a story that I think might be one of my top 5, top 10 stories of all time. It's one of my best stories. I tell it all the time, and I really think it's a good story. So I'm gonna tell it to you guys, and hope you guys enjoy it as much as I love telling it. So I live in this little neighborhood, and we all have a lot of like close-knit like houses because we all moved in around the same time. Because before I moved in, these houses really weren't here. You know, like, it was like an area where there was no house development yet. But when the house market exploded, like, really early, like when I was born, it was really good. So a lot of people moved in. And a lot of people around all the same age with babies, whatever, came to the town. So me and a bunch of other people obviously came to this town at the same time. And I got this really close group of friends. And a lot of us have grown apart since then, but this is when we were all really, really close. So one day, it was right in the middle of the summer, and as Nathan has said in previous videos, out here in Illinois, it's really cold during the winter, but during the summer, it's super hot, it's super fun, lots of pool parties, all sorts of fun stuff goes on. So we are out in the middle of summer, it's scorching hot, we're at this park all day long, because the park was the place to hang out when we were, a lot younger. And I wasn't a whole lot younger, but I couldn't drive. That's kind of my gauge point. I could not drive a car at that point. I was maybe 15, 14 years old. I wasn't all that young. But the park was the place to hang out. There was a 7-Eleven nearby. You go got by Slurpees. You could hang out, swing around on the jungle gym, talk with friends, whatever. And, that might sound kind of immature. You're 15 playing on a jungle gym. Dude, I mean, I'm not talking on the swing set or nothing. I'm talking, like, climbing trees, like, all the way to the top and, like, jumping down, and, calling people names, messing with people. It was a fun time. It really was. The park was one of my favorite places to be during my summers. But, sorry, I got distracted by the bouncing Betty. But what was really the best about this this day, was at the end of the day, we'd heard rumors about what was called a donut heist. And me and Nathan have explained a syrup heist to you guys before. It's basically the same thing. A donut heist is at Dunkin' Donuts at 10 o'clock p.m., right before they close the inside of the Dunkin' Donuts and they stop selling donuts, they will throw out all the donuts they haven't used. Now, these donuts are perfectly good. There's nothing wrong with them. But they won't sell them the next day because that's just store policy. You don't want to sell day-old donuts. You want to sell fresh donuts. So what we heard was people would go to, like, Dunkin' Donuts at, like, nighttime, at, like, 10 o'clock, wait outside for them to throw out the donuts, and people would go and take them. Like, it wasn't illegal or nothing. They were throwing them out, right? Like, if someone throws out a chair, you can just go and take the chair. It's garbage. So we figured, let's try it. So we get my friend Amin's car. We called Amin Papa Bear, because Amin was just this big, nice guy. He was an Arab. He drove this Mercedes. Not a Mercedes, a Mazda. My friend Nick drove a Mercedes. And he was going to be one of the drivers. And then my friend Josh would drive, and then my friend Nick would drive. And my friend Nick had a police scanner, like a police radio, and you could hear what was going on. So he used it mainly for, like, speeding purposes, figuring out where speeding, areas were, because, we're all hoodlums at this point in time. So my friend Amin drives over, and my friends Jimmy and Johnny, they're both brothers, they're like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over to the donuts, and we're going to go get them. So they go over to the wall, and if you've ever seen like an area where their garbage is blocked off by like walls, and then they got a gate with the dumpster, that's kind of what this was. Look at me go ham here. Oh, where you going? Haha, I got him. But that's kind of what this was. There was these big brick walls, and there was a gate, and then the dumpster was inside. And they put the donuts. My mom used to work at a Dunkin' Donuts, like when she was younger, like my age. She put the donuts in this big plastic bag, and they'd throw them out. And my mom knew about this. So she's like, all right, yeah, they're just going to be over there. Now, I didn't tell her I was going to climb the wall and assault the Dunkin' Donuts, but I asked her, like, where do they put the donuts? And she said, no, that's what they do. So, I mean, I kind of feel bad about, like, tricking my mom, but I'm a hoodlum. I'm not a hoodlum anymore. I used to be a bit of a hoodlum. But anyway, So they throw out all these donuts, and we are gonna just go in there and just grab them, just grab the donuts and run away. So Jimmy climbs up first. Johnny climbs up behind him. Now I'm in the car, like waiting, like watching, and my friend Natasha looks at me and she goes, "You think they had the bag yet?" And as she says that, we see this giant bag. Like, I mean a bag, if you've ever seen like a garbage bag that's completely full of garbage, that's how big this bag was, but with donuts. And you could see there was donuts in there. So Johnny jumps down from the wall and says, "Here, I'll catch him." So Jimmy drops it. Now Jimmy's a little bit like smaller than Johnny, but Jimmy's stronger than Johnny is. So the bag falls, and Johnny's not expecting a bag of donuts to weigh as much as this bag of donuts did. He told me it weighed at least 45 pounds. It's a 45-pound bag of donuts. And boom, he drops it. And the donuts go everywhere. The bag splits, and donuts are, and when I mean donuts are everywhere, you gotta imagine what 45 pounds of donuts must look like. You gotta imagine how many donuts there must be there. Everywhere. So they sprint back to the car, Amin starts the engine, and we peel out. But as we're driving away, Amin hits a speed bump, going like 45 miles per hour. And I just start tweaking out. I'm like, that was a speed bump! My friends all make fun of me for, squeaking real bad, but I was like 15 at the time. Not even 15, I was maybe 14 when this happened. And everyone makes fun of me for squeaking real bad. I'm like, it wasn't my fault, I was freaked out. So, there's several Dunkin' Donuts by us, and they're all run by the same people. So we know their policies on throwing away donuts must be the same. So we go to the next Dunkin' Donuts, and now it's my turn to get out of the car. So me and Johnny sprint in, we open this wooden gate. It's not like a brick wall anymore, it's a wooden gate. We open it up, and we're going through the garbage. And we see this car driving away. And they yell some profanity at us, which I'm obviously not going to say in the video, but it starts with an M and an F, you MFers. And they drive away. And they got there before us and took the donuts. It was like 10:30 at this time. So we knew, oh, we were too late and missed the donuts. So we missed those donuts. But as I'm running back to the car, I hear someone yell, "Someone call the police, call the police." Now, guys, don't judge me on this. I was 14 years old trying to get some donuts out of the garbage. I don't think I did anything that bad. Come on. And, I mean, yeah, it might have been trespassing or something, but, I mean, I'm sure the shopkeeper who saw me was probably thinking I was trying to break in or something, or trying to, like, hurt him. I don't know what he thought. But we got to the car, and I jump in the passenger seat, and not the passenger seat, but like the back seat on the passenger side, and Johnny jumps in the other side, and the car drives off. So as we're driving away, we're like, alright, whatever, let's go home. So Nick calls us on his phone, and Nick calls Amin and goes, "Amin, you're not going to believe this. When we were driving away, someone was yelling, 'Call the police.'" And Amin goes, "Yeah, I heard." And he goes, "No, well, guess what just happened on the police scanner? I heard they're looking for a silver Mazda and a black Mercedes." Now, what you guys gotta understand is Amin drives a black Mazda and Nick drives a silver Mercedes. So the cars were flip-flopped in color. So I don't think they were looking for us, and even if they weren't gonna find the right car when they did it. So I went home and I felt really, really, really bad about, getting yelled at and, possibly doing something illegal. I'm a good kid, guys, I really am, and that's why this kind of got to me real bad. I didn't want to do anything wrong. I didn't want to, like, upset my mom or nothing like that. So I go to my mom, like, "Mom, I broke into Dunkin' Donuts garbage bin, and I tried to take donuts." My mom's like, "Jimmy, don't worry about it. I don't even think you might get in trouble for trespassing, but just don't ever do it again." I'm like, "Okay, Mom." I'm, like, freaking out. I'm 14 years old. I'm, like, crying. I wasn't crying, but I was pretty freaked out. But yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, please click like down below. It means a whole hell of a lot to us. And as you can see, I'm going to get the final kill cam here with a double kill long shot with the SWAT 556 defending B flag. It is a great gameplay for me. So thank you for watching, guys, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.